Ladies and gentlemen, band lovers and bandaholics, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you back. You ever wondered if the Product Red Apple Watch stays the same over the years? I mean, the Product Red bands have slight variants every release, so do the Apple Watches follow the same reasoning? In short, yes, they actually do, but it's easier to notice the difference once you know that. Just like the bands, there are slight variations in the tint, hues, and shades of the reds being used on the watch casing. You guys seem to really like my prior Product Red Gen 6 versus Gen 7 watch comparisons, as well as the Midnight and Starlight colors. If you haven't seen those yet, I released them about a year ago. I'll attach a card at the top right, as well as plug in those video links down in the description below. But for today's video, we'll be taking a deeper dive at the newest Series 8 Product Red Apple Watch and compare it to last year's Series 7 Product Red so we can compare and contrast. But not only that, I'll also model the watches on a variety of red themed bands. Drop a timestamp of your favorite red band combination you see featured in this video, and without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. Alright, so before I start, so that you guys know which is which, I'm not gonna change the watch face for simplicity's sake. Both watches shown in this video feature their default marketing watch faces. So for the Series 7, you feature what Apple calls its contour face, which is exactly what it sounds like. You have the numbers 1 through 12 going around the perimeter of the watch face in this contour kind of flow. And it's cool because it highlights the hour it currently is and is inspired by the passage of time. By the way, this watch face is much better at preserving battery since a lot of the display's pixels aren't actually lit. There's a lot of black space here. This is not the case with the Series 8 default watch face, which takes up more of the screen in terms of pixels being lit and is called the Metropolitan face, a classic type-driven watch face that has options for 4 different complications at every corner. I particularly like it in this bright red that takes up the whole screen and all the information shown with just a glance thanks to those complications. So again, the contour is the Series 7 and the Metropolitan is the Series 8. Clearly, they have the exact same design, but I think we all already knew that. What you'll notice though is that one is actually a little brighter than the other, a more frenetic red if you will. The Series 8 Product Red watch, especially outdoors, simply is a lot bouncier and catches the eye's attention quicker than the Series 7 Product Red, in my opinion. See, the thing is, this same motif is even transcended into the watch bands themselves. If you take a look at the current Product Red band, which by the way is the standard default band when getting a Product Red watch, it's a lot brighter and shows signs of displaying very small hints of bright oranges mixed in. And by the way, for anyone keeping track, we are currently on the 6th gen Product Red Sport band. Only the die-hard bandaholics can tell them all apart. I still can't and get confused on which is which, not gonna lie. But take a look at the prior Product Red Sport band. It seems to be a little cooler and toned down, not as in your face, just like the Series 7 watch. I would even go as far as saying the Product 7 Product Red watch has some wine-esque elements to it, kind of like a deep blood red. And no, I'm not talking about the bloods, I'm talking about human blood. Whereas the newer Series 8 watch kind of is like the more energetic, more talkative older sister that is already on story number 7 when it's only 7 a.m. in the morning. From the two, I can't even say which is my favorite. I don't think I have a favorite if I had to choose. Then again, burgundies are one of my favorite colors, and even though the Series 7 is far from a wine-like color, I don't know, it kind of gives off a more subtle vibe, and I'm sure many people will agree with me because the thing is, a red Apple Watch will inevitably already call for a lot of attention. I think red is one of those psychological colors that instantly provides an emotive response. It's no wonder why insurance companies charge just a little bit more if you own a red car. Red is associated with anger, energy, love, health, war, and more. but I think the Series 8 does a great job at being more vibrant than its predecessor, and in a good way, and I quite like it, especially for the warmer seasons of spring and summer right around the corner up here in the northern hemisphere. Realistically, a lot of people would assume that the red Apple Watches remain the same over the years, but as you can see, even a subtle difference, no matter how small, can actually make a massive difference. I really like the Series 7 Product Red watch being a little bit more on the calmer side. It just provides that beautiful and rich, deep red color that you come to expect, but doesn't go overboard on the saturation and vibrancy. The Series 8, however, is in fact brighter and more vibrant, along with their respective product red bands. But the beauty in band collecting is the limitless combinations you can make on these watches. By now, you've seen a variety of bands ranging from sport bands to braided solo bands to sport loops, and because of the subtle differences in shades of red, I genuinely feel that different bands look different, but not only that, but they also put off an entirely different vibe. It could be just me thinking about this too deeply, or simply it could be due to the fact that I'm a full-blown bandaholic. But I do want everyone watching to know that Apple does slightly tweak their colors over the years, especially space gray. Like, do you know how many different shades of space gray Apple has had over the years across a wide range of their products? This concept of slightly modifying the color over the years is especially dope for Apple Watch owners. Hypothetically, let's say you have a Series 6 Product Red watch and are now upgrading to a Series 8 Product Red. It's a pretty decent upgrade, but you've likely bought a few additional bands over the years, right? Well, it's nice to know that the overall presentation of the red watch won't be exactly the same. It'll have a slightly different vibe to it, and that's why this same reasoning transfers over into band collecting and why so many people are starting to be a part of this awesome and growing community. If you feel like you're slowly becoming a band lover or even perhaps a fully fledged bandaholic, I highly encourage you to join our Discord called Club 9, the fastest growing Apple Watch community. All of this is linked in the video description. I'd love it if you joined. It's filled with Apple Watch enthusiasts sharing ideas and conversations about all things Apple Watch. So in the end, what are my thoughts? There are slight differences, but they are present. And in the end, those are the differences between the Product Red Series 7 and Series 8. I do want to hear you guys' thoughts though. What do you think? Again, they're slight, but they are in fact present, and therefore, swapping bands on both of these does in fact create a technically different look. Guys, I know you all are as excited as I am for new bands in just a couple of weeks, probably, right? It's been a while since we've gotten a fully fledged, fresh batch of bands. To be in fact, it's been since September of 2022. I know it doesn't sound like a lot of time, but man, for us bandaholics, it feels like an eternity. Don't forget to drop a like if you found this video useful or entertaining. Follow me over on my socials, as that's where I host a lot of polls. That way I get an idea of what you guys want to see next. And also, I like to host regular giveaways for my social media audience only. Stay hydrated, guys. Take care of yourselves. And I cannot wait to catch you all in my next video, especially when new bands are released. That's been it, guys. I'm clocking out. See you guys later.